up, my YT homies? This is Alethea, and I'm coming in at you with another video. And of course, you saw the title. In this video, I'm going to give my opinion, why am I rolling my neck, on the Anastasia times JackieAina collaboration. So, as I said, I am going to give you all my opinion on the Anastasia times JackieAina palette. Can y'all please tell me why Anastasia has been out a while and her name is Anastasia, the company is Anastasia, but you still have people around here saying Anastasia? Anyway, that's not my business. That's not my business. That's neither here nor there. So in this video, as I said, I'm going to share with you my opinion about the palette. I'm going to share with you why I chose to purchase the palette. And I'm going to share with you my opinion on what's wrong with some of these people that's out here bashing the palette, or that are not supporting the palette, or doing both. Let me put it that way. For some strange reason, there are a lot of people out here in the beauty community on YouTube that have some issue with JackieAina. And it's kind of crazy that people would have these issues with JackieAina. It leads me to wonder and ask you a few questions. Like, first off, what is your problem with her? Did her dog come and poop in your yard? Did she share with your job that you posted something inappropriate on the internet? Did she tell your best friend that you were talking about her behind her back, and that's why you mad? Yeah, I just threw out some asinine reasons why someone would possibly be mad at JackieAina, and of course we know those don't fit because JackieAina doesn't have a dog, first of all, at least not from what I've seen, because I follow her on both of her channels and I haven't seen a pet yet. But I have, and I'm not a drama channel, and I'm not a person that comes on my channel talking about drama and all that kind of good jazz. Maybe I should start a drama channel, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, like I was saying, I have been a follower of JackieAina's for a while. I was not a follower of hers when she was Pumpkin Pie 5 something or whatever. By the time I started following her, she was using her name. However, it's still been a long time that I have been following her and following her journey, and I know she has done several collaborations. I remember her doing a collaboration with Elf. I remember her doing collaborations, of course, with Artist Couture, with the highlighters, and let's see, I can't think of another one right at this moment, but this one is her most recent one, and this is the one, like I said, with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, there are people, whether black, white, indifferent, that have issues with buying the palette, supporting JackieAina. You know, it's like, you probably want this eyeshadow palette, sis, or you probably want this eyeshadow palette, bro, but you don't want to get it because it has JackieAina's emblem on there, or because JackieAina had something to do with it. Oh, I knew what I forgot. JackieAina and Too Faced, their collaboration, that was the biggest one, I do believe. And of course, that's when I started buying Too Faced foundation, after she did the collaboration with them. That aside, those are some collaborations that I recall. But like I said, I am seeing on Twitter, and I'm not a big Twitter person, but lately I have been on Twitter way more than what I used to be on there. But I have been on Twitter, I have been watching people's videos where people are reviewing the palette. I have even, you know, been on Instagram seeing where people have posted pictures and all that kind of stuff, and I am seeing where people are like so pressed about her doing this collaboration and coming up with the reasons why they're not going to buy the palette. Now, let me touch on people from the Caucasian persuasion. Let me touch on that real quick. So JackieAina said, and if you watch her video, JackieAina says in her video that these colors, this palette was created in recognition, I'll put and say in recognition of the darker skinned person, or the person of a browner tone, in an effort to make sure that the colors are not ashy, because we all know colors can look ashy on people depending on their complexion color, right? With that being said, there was nowhere she said that people of the Caucasian persuasion or people of a lighter skin tone couldn't rock the palette. In my honest opinion, I would think that because of the pigmentation in the palette, as well as the lighter skin tone, they would be able to really rock some out there looks. But I've seen where people have said they can't buy, oh, too bad I can't buy the palette because I'm white or because I'm not black. Since when did eyeshadow colors become an exclusivity thing? if anything, some eyeshadow colors are not inclusive enough, because once again, if you got to make your colors to where they don't look ashy on a certain skin tone, then that doesn't say that, okay, someone else can't wear it. It's just, hopefully with these tones, it'll just pop more and look really good on them. Second thing, I understand that this palette was kind of kept under wraps, and the news about it or what have you came right at her birthday, or right the day before her birthday or what have you, because when I bought the palette, I actually, I'm gonna be honest, I only got the palette. I didn't get the special edition, the PR box with the bag to it, because I felt like I didn't need another bag. Plus, I had just bought the bag with the Fumi and Juvia's Place collaboration, so I did not need another bag. And then I turned around and I was almost going to go back and order it just to get the box, because I like the box. But then my girl, Nappylicious from The Creative Lady, as well as Nappylicious TV, she kind of talked me off of that ledge, because then I would have had two palettes. And for me, I would not have chosen to return the palette, because if people do what they're supposed to do in the cosmetic industry, whether you use something or not, if it's returned, it's supposed to be discarded. And I wouldn't have wanted to discard the palette. So with that being said, I just kept the one that I have, and I don't have the PR box. But for those of you, I'm sure you've seen it. Let me go ahead and just open this palette up, and let me say, first of all, and I'm bending it back, but let me say, first of all, I don't think the camera, I don't think what you see on camera does what I see in real life any justice. This palette, these colors are bomb.com. They are awesome. And what I found, and I don't have the Norvina palette, so I can't dispute anybody or anything when it comes to that, but one thing I heard someone, or read where someone said that they didn't get this palette because the colors are close to Norvina's palette. So when I did go on the website to order, I was kind of looking at the Norvina palette, and I was like, no, these colors are not like dupes for the Norvina palette. Now, of course, and I think that's with any company, when companies make different palettes, some colors may look similar or what have you, but for the most part, the colors are pretty much different. And so, like I said, here are the colors in this palette. And let me go ahead and tell you what these colors are, as well as point out some things I've heard about some of the colors. This one is Soleil. I mean, this is just like a basic color, Soleil, basic name that you could hear with any kind of palette. And then there is Supreme, and this one is just basically a pink color. And then you have Pinker, and I like that. Pinker is a little bit more of a brick type color. And then there is a Big Wig, and of course, Big Wig could be taken multiple ways. Now, I don't remember everything Jackie said in her video, but she did explain the story behind how each color got its name. So you could look at Big Wig as being someone with the big wig on their head, or you could look at Big Wig as being someone who is in the top of their company. And maybe she's saying Big Wig because at this point, maybe she feels like she's getting to the top of her game, because I'm not gonna say she's at the top of her game, because I'm sure she has a plethora of things to do to get her even higher. But then you have dollars. You know, she always, if you watch her videos, she always saying dollars, spend your dollars on here or something like that. And then there's Credit. And Credit, I forget why she called it Credit, but then I've heard some reviews where people, you know, had took a stab at her saying Credit. I mean, like, what are you mad that she, you know, can get things with cash and not credit? And there's Lituation, and I remember her saying something about a combination or a hybrid of situation versus something else. And then there's Zam, like instead of saying damn, there's Zam. Wigglies. Now this one right here, the things I have heard people say, the stretch in which they are going to when it comes to Wigglies is ridiculous. Shookington, you know, I'm shook. Shookington, trust issues, and you cannot blame someone of her caliber. I'm not even where she is when it comes to this game of, because she's a self-made millionaire. I'm nowhere near being a self-made millionaire. Maybe one day, but not right now. But anyway, trust issues. You can't blame her for having trust issues. Like I said, I have trust issues, and I have trust issues of some people, and I'm a high school teacher. Then you have edges, and what is she always talking about? Edges. And with her codes for any company she's with that she has a affiliation code with, it's always edges. And then you have sponsored. Some people got mad at sponsored because of her doing sponsored videos. I mean, there are a plethora of YouTubers out here that do sponsored videos. Don't get mad at people because they're making their money. If I could do a sponsored video, I would. And then there's Ginger. I mean, and it just looks pretty much like ginger. I don't know if I'm going to swatch any of these colors. I may swatch them, but I don't know if I'm going to swatch them. Anyway, those are the colors in the palette. Right, let me go ahead and finish what I'm saying. So then, you know, like I said, there are a lot of people that have issues with her and don't like her. And some people don't like her because of the incident that happened with Petty Page. Now, mind you, I understand, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Petty Page deserved what happened with the whole fiasco with Jackie, but Petty Page is one of these drama channels, and there are, like I said, there are a lot of drama channels out there, and sometimes these drama channels come at people. And my thing is, just because someone is an influencer or even celebrity status, when it comes to celebrities, does not mean that they should have a shield on them and should not be affected by people having things to say about them and people bashing them. And Petty Page really just, like, for whatever reason, I don't know, even before the situation happened, she went in on JackieAina. Now, to her credit, I'm not going to say that she didn't go in on other people, but I do realize that her channel gained a lot more followers when, as I was saying before, my battery went dead. So her channel did gain a lot more followers when she did go in on JackieAina in her video about JackieAina, because here's the thing, people love, point blank period, people love gossip and people love negativity. And when you're on social media, when there are some people that they want to see some negativity about, people are going to flock to that, they're going to come to it. And then you turn around, you know, and even with Petty Page and some other influencers, black influencers, you know, some people go goo goo gaga over Jeffree Star, and there's this thing about her not liking Jeffree Star and her having an issue with Jeffree Star. And Petty Page, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people, because I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying out of context, but Petty Page, from what I've watched in her video, and I don't want to quote her because I don't know it word for word, but it seems that she's fine with Jeffree Star, even though Jeffree Star has called JackieAina a gorilla and things like that. And it leads me to wonder whether or not people that are in interracial relationships are fine with black women, even if they're a black woman themselves, with black women being disrespected by people of the Caucasian persuasion, but you know, you can take a dive on the black woman or what have you. Now, you know, with the situation that happened after that, and then Jackie coming with her video, and you know, the thing that happened with Petty Page, and I understand Petty Page being upset about that. And then some people, you know, have their issues with it, saying that JackieAina's apology, because she did make an apology on Twitter, but they were saying that her apology should have been on YouTube because that is her bigger platform. And I'll be honest, I'll be the first to say, if you where you mess up at, I want you to fix it at. So should she have fixed it on YouTube? Yeah. But at the end of the day, she did apologize. Does she get a pass? You know, but, you know, once again, of course, when this collaboration came out, Petty Page jumped on it, and she was right back out there talking about JackieAina. Okay, so then you have, I follow a lot of influencers. I follow some big influencers, and I follow some smaller influencers. And one thing that I did not see was I did not see a lot of videos from bigger influencers. When I say bigger influencers, meaning black, women of color, bigger influencers showing support to this palette. Now, I did see a video today where Nima Tang put hers out, and I think it just came out yesterday, because today's the 16th, August the 16th, or is it 17th? August the 17th, her video came out the 15th or the 16th. I think it came out yesterday. Alyssa Ashley, of course, put out a video, and Arnell Armand, which is Alicia's twin, she put out a video. And I've seen some smaller YouTubers, but I also go and, like I said, look at comments in sections of people's videos. And I'm not taking a jab at Makeup Shayla. I love, you know, she's one that I follow. I support her collaborations that she's had with ColourPop and everything. And I saw in someone's video, I saw in her comment section where someone asked when was she going to review the JackieAina palette. Now, I don't know whether she made a comment back, but at that time she had not made a comment. And I do know that I have seen where Jackie has supported Shayla. Now, is it that Shayla has some videos that have to come out before she can make that video? Because, you know, it's like sponsorships, of course, I'm sure are way more important than just getting a package in PR and you want to, you know, share it because you're not making money off of a PR video. So, but I have not seen a lot of big influencers sharing things. And then I know there are some influencers that I follow that they don't have to say it, but I can tell by the undertone or what they're saying that some people feel like Jackie shouldn't have blown up and versus them and the level they're at. It's almost like I was out here and I started this game when it comes to women of color, so maybe I should be where she is and it's not fair or what have you. But here's the thing, I've been on YouTube for a long time, and in my honest opinion, I put out some really good content. That's my opinion, but for somebody else, they may not feel that way, they may not think that way, and I may not be what they vibe with. Just like there are some people out there that I don't vibe with, and that's just fine. You know, we all have reasons why we support someone or why we don't support someone. But my whole thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here, but my thing with the JackieAina palette is like, if you don't support her in this collaboration, that is fine, but don't come up with all kind of excuses as to why you don't support her, because at the end of the day, the things that she may have done, if they haven't been done personally to you, what difference should it make to you? And then also for women of color, now mind you, of course this is a collaboration with a big company. They're going to get the bulk of the money. But people act like they fail to realize, if a woman of color, especially a darker skinned woman of color, is coming up, maybe that'll just help the next person to come up. Because JackieAina is very vocal. She's very vocal here on YouTube, and you all know it. She's very vocal when it comes to colorism and things like that. It comes to, you know, the makeup industry and who they cater to and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to mention any names and drop any names and put her on the level of somebody else that advocates for certain things. But in any industry and in anything you do, there's going to be advocates for something. Just like there are going to be people that are against it, you have to have people that are for it. So you're going to get mad at her because she has pulled herself up from her coattails and made it to where she is, and the fact that she's being vocal. Because I've heard some influencers that I follow that say, stay away from stuff, just be quiet, don't say anything. So it's like, okay, as long as you're getting the sponsorships, you'll do these sponsorships for these companies, but you're not going to express and say when they do something wrong. And JackieAina will. She will voice her opinion and say when something is wrong and what is wrong with saying when something is wrong. And the part that really burns me up, that burns my buttons, is the people that are finding reasons not to support her and this collaboration are people of the same color. I understand, you know, JackieAina can be controversial, don't get me wrong, even with her in the situation with Juvia's Place and all that kind of good jazz. You know, I just, me myself, I would love to see JackieAina and Chi and Juvia's Place. I would love to see them be able to get along. I would love to see a collaboration from them, you know, and showing that as black women, we can let go of our differences and come together and work together. Will that ever happen? I don't know, but at the end of the day, they both took jabs at each other. Things went a bit too far, and I know Alyssa has had her issues with Juvia's Place and things like that. And sometimes, you know, I can get it. I get why, because then when you have companies that seem like they jump hoops and hurdles for people of the Caucasian persuasion, and then here you are as a black influencer out here working twice as hard, and people are not coming for you, or even people that are of your own color that are not coming to you or what have you. You know, I mean, I have a double-edged sword on some things, I guess. But like I said, all in all, I like the palette, and I'm glad I purchased the palette. So if you're a supporter of JackieAina, I suggest you go out there and get it. Or if you're just a makeup lover and eyeshadow lover, go on out there and cop this palette. I mean, like I said, it is a good palette. To me, it is just really sad in 2019 that we as a people can find the most mediocre, the most minute reasons not to support someone. And there are companies out here that make clothing, that are clothing lines that, of course, you hear that they say they didn't make it for black people, they didn't this, that, and the third. But then you have people that are rocking it and continue to rock it and continue to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these items, but yet you find a reason not to be able to support a woman of color with a collaboration with a major cosmetic brand for a palette that costs $45. So with that being said, I mean, I don't know if I even said everything that I wanted to say, if I even got my point across, or if you even understand what I'm saying. I don't don't even know, and if you probably don't even care about what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna find a reason to do whatever it is that they want to do or what have you. And like I said, you know, everybody's gonna find a reason not to support something or to support it or what have you. Do what tickles your fancy. But at the end of the day, I just don't like when people join on to these bandwagons and everybody's doing something because somebody else is not doing, or somebody's doing something because someone else is doing it, or they're not doing it because of someone else not doing it. You know, don't join a fight that you don't have a dog in. You know what I mean? If you don't have a dog in that fight, why are you even joining that fight? And is there really a fight? That being said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. I really do appreciate the support. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share this video across all your social media sites. And if you differ from me in my opinion, and if you say bump it, you're not going to support her in anything she does, then that's fine. We don't have to have any beef about that. Go ahead and leave that comment in the comment section as well. So until the next time, and in between time, you ladies, be safe, and I will do what? Catch you on the flip side. Bye.